I haven't been to the movies in a couple weeks because I ran out of money. Um, and so I'm saving up to go back to the movies again. The last one I watched in the theaters was The Sheep Detectives. Really, really cute, and like it catches you off guard, and then by the end you're like sobbing. You're like, why am I crying? It's just about sheep. No, because it had a lot more substance and depth than I was expecting. Something that I remember my dad saying when I asked him why he liked reading like mystery books. I was like, "Why do you like reading mystery books, Dad?" And he said that he enjoyed like how they figure it out and watching them figure through that, as opposed to like just the reveal or the action and stuff like that. But the process was what he enjoyed, from what I understood. And I think that the Sheep Detectives is another good example of that, where it's not about, who did it per se, because they kind of give you, they give you all the ingredients for what the mystery is and who did it and how and blah blah blah. It's like everything is already there, and then the real treat is watching how they do it and how they reveal it. And I thought that was really, they did it really well, and it was good. And if you don't want spoilers, then you can just skip from now, because I'm going to talk about some spoilers in the movie. I can wait. Okay, so when the ram, I forget his name, when he sacrifices himself to save the two other sheep when they go into the different field, and they're getting chased by dogs and they have that big fight, and after he sacrificed himself, that was like for me when I was like started to cry, and it was so emotional. I would consider myself a religious person, and so I think that that plays a lot into how I watch a movie. And so, for example, this one was like, oh, this guy gave up his life for his friends. And I was like, oh, like greater love hath no man than this. Then he would give up his life for his friends. But the point is, watching the Sheep Detectives, it kind of presents itself as a like low stakes mystery, funny, silly. It's like a sheep, ha ha ha. It's like it was funny, but it also had a lot of really really meaningful moments and lines where you felt the humanity come through that I really appreciated. And that's something that I like to look for as well in a movie when I watch it. And another thing about the Sheep Detectives, um, that is interesting about, I don't want to say every movie that I watch, but a lot of them, looking for the relationship parallels in my own life. So I like plug my life into the movie to kind of have it be like a problem solver helper for me. That's fine. You have these sheep who, you know, everyone thinks she's really smart and she's really clever. She is smart, intelligent, and then having to face like, what if you're wrong? What if everything is a lie? And that was another thing that was crazy about this. It was really spooky when, again, spoilers, when they all like make themselves forget and like shove all of that down, all of those memories. That was so spooky. I was like freaked out, because I think that I know that I probably, if I were allowed to, I would do that a lot. Like, think of all the painful memories, and us humans, tortured souls, were like, oh, if only I could forget all that stuff that's happened. But in the movie, it's like Absolutely not. That's like the last thing that you would want at this specific moment, because in the memories, that is the key to solving everything. I was like, how much am I forgetting on purpose to save myself from like pain? And yeah, because pain is important. And the movie showed that even though it's hard and it does hurt, the the truth of the situation is like should be top priority. Because if you're living off of a lie, then it puts you in danger, it puts your friends in danger, and then you might not die in every case. But for them, it was like a life and death situation between the truth and what they told themselves to believe. I think that was really cool what they did. It's like stuff like that. It's like, oh, let's watch Sheep Detectives, and then they like sideswipe you with all of this really deep, like meta reflection, and I'm like, ah. So that's the way that I saw it, anyhow. And I think it kind of, so if you've ever seen like Watership Down or Animal Farm, it's kind of like the animation, but not for kids. I think that this is a good way that they did that. It's like they still have really serious themes and topics that they introduce, and you feel the urgency of it, but it's not so much to like scar you for life if you would watch it as a kid. So I think they balanced that really well. Yeah, does that make sense? I think it does. Anyway, that's all.